Today on Forbes, Lululemon's canceled founder scores billions with Finnish athleisure venture. Back in 1998, Chip Wilson predicted that yoga would be one of the next big trends in retail. He launched Lululemon that year in his home city of Vancouver, Canada. That decision catalyzed the so-called athleisure movement, making it cool and stylish to wear athletic clothing every day. In late 2023, the now 68-year-old Wilson, whose estimated net worth is over $7.5 billion, had another prediction. He told Forbes, quote, "I feel like I'm right in the middle of the biggest change in the way people have dressed in the history of the world." Wilson was not talking about Lululemon, the company he founded but where he left his role as chair of the board in 2013 amid controversy following his comments about women's bodies. He was referring to the success of his newer investment, Helsinki, Finland-based sportswear outfit Amer Sports, the parent company of outdoors brands like Arc'teryx outerwear, Wilson tennis rackets, Salomon running shoes and ski gear, and Atomic ski gear. In 2019, right around the time Lululemon revoked his right to nominate a director to its board, the entrepreneur spent around $1.1 billion of cash from selling Lululemon shares to buy a nearly 21% stake in Amer Sports. He was part of an investor group led by Anta, the owner of Fila and the largest athletic company in China, that spent a combined $5.2 billion to take over the Finnish conglomerate. His stake in the company is now worth about $3.2 billion, double its value when it went public in February 2024. Wilson bought an additional $324 million worth of shares at the IPO. His stake in the company is just $200 million less than his remaining 7% stake in Lululemon, whose stock has dropped about 16% over the past year, amid rising competition from the likes of Alo Yoga and Vori. Despite having no active role in running the company, Wilson is still Lululemon's largest individual shareholder, and occasionally a thorn in its side. Wilson has also made a decent return so far investing in Anta directly. He bought nearly 16 million shares of the Chinese conglomerate back in 2019 for $100 million. They are now worth $160 million. In an interview in late 2023, Wilson told Forbes his key focus was on Amer, whose sales are predicted to surpass $5.1 billion in 2024, up from $4.4 billion in 2023 and $2.5 billion in 2021. Wilson said, quote, "It's just where my brain is probably 90% of the time." Wilson serves on the company's board of directors with Anta co-founder Ding Shizhong, medical scrub maker Figs co-founder Trina Spear, and former CEO of Hugo Boss, Bruno Salzer. The Lululemon billionaire also said he was attempting to transform Amer brands from, quote, "very male, very engineering, very wholesale focused," to be more appealing to the everyday customer. Amer's biggest markets in 2023, the last year the data was available, were in the Americas, which made up about 40% of its revenue, and Europe, the Middle East, and Africa, which comprised a combined 33%. But that is changing as its business in China and Asia-Pacific grows rapidly, up 54% and 42% during the first 9 months of 2024, according to the latest financial results, eclipsing the tepid pace of growth in the other key markets by a factor of 7-fold and 10-fold, respectively. According to Morningstar analyst Ivan Su, Amer's recent success is tied directly to the booming popularity of outdoor wear in China. Su explains, quote, "In the US and Europe, outdoor apparel has always been there, but in China, outdoor is something that only started to become mainstream during COVID-19. For full coverage, check out Jemima McAvoy's piece on forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.